Hello and welcome to Vintage Magazine Monday. Here we are with our Rod and Custom and jumping back in time 67 years to March of 1957. Got a little how to chop a convertible top, get rid of those springs with air suspension, and a cover car of the Thunder Rod from Utah. Looking speedy in that bright red paint. We'll see more of that in a minute. Getting in the cover. Cars of the World 57, Eastern Auto. There is our table of contents, if you guys want to catch that. Some ads, we got the Custom Auto Show, Beech Grove, Indiana, Club Plaques, Customs of America, Barris sanctioned. Starting line, nice little read there if you guys want to catch that. Pause and read. A little restyling, repairing with tap kits. Do you believe that is a fiberglass kit? Got letters. The 57 cars. I took offense at your article on the customizing of the 57 cars in December's issue. The suggestions that Henning and Rich offered on the Ford, Chevy, Student, Lincoln, etc. were real crummy. Why can't you people leave well enough alone? We calls them as we sees them. Some funny little letters. Model car contest again. 2 months ago, I entered your model car contest by submitting a reworked miniature 56 Ford. I've seen nothing further about this content in recent issues and wondered who won, and I want my car back. Joe Cruzy, San Mateo, California. If you can't wait until we return it to you, come on down and get it. Besides, we could save postage that way. Humor aside, next month's issue will reveal the winners, what they submitted in order to win, and a host of photos of model cars of every type and description. Entrants will begin receiving their models back soon. See, model car fans, stay tuned for next week's episode. Talk about Aaron C. The Auto Mart, universal hydraulic valve lifter removal. Got some motor mounts. Got some prefabbed seat covers. Teardrop spotlights. 6 big issues of Rod and Custom for $1. Hard to get a single issue for $1. There is our coverage car from Provo, Utah. Comes Woodward's Thunder Rod. Take a look at the mill. The 40 block has a 3 3/16 bore, 4-inch stroke sitting atop Evans manifold are 397 carbs. Both 3/4 cam and ignition are Harman and Collins units. Power passes through a box of 26-tooth Lincoln cogs, then along a 32-inch drive shaft into a 378 rear. Reports have it the performance, especially handling, is extremely good. Looks very low, ready to go. The interior, the cockpit boasts bucket seat upholstery in black. Panels are trimming are white and red. Roll bar is not only functional safety item, but doubles as a mount for antenna and light. Driver faces a slightly narrowed 40 dash, molded to a Model A cowl. Total cost of the Thunder Rod was $900. Took nearly 8 months to build. What you could do for $900. Have a whole lot of fun. Chopping a convertible top, the how to do it feature. Starting off with the windshield frame. Grab your old hacksaw, start going to town. Patching her back together. Finishing her off. I think the front windshield would probably be the easiest part of this. I don't know about the soft top part. Doing the wind wings, chopping the top of those off. Got window moldings, trimming those down, chopping the quarter window frames. Next month, chopping a convertible top part 2, reworking the bows and top recovering. Air suspension can be a breeze, part 1, Hawaii. 1957. Second one running air suspension, which is still a unique suspension today. Tim's Tennessee Flame. A stretch in service can't deter automotive enthusiasm. Inside of Cadillac engine remains essentially stock, produces enough horses to haul the flamed Merc around with little strain. Fit was tight, but for performance is gratifying. Get rid of that Ford, go Cadillac. Backside, upset Tennesseans since lack of original taillights made identification hard. The California Tilt of Dagood. Merc shows off chassis, does nothing for car's performance. Outside of filled hood and French lights, most striking note of Merc is wild paintings. Tennessee enthusiasts have taken up flaming after Tim got them started on an odd fad. Interesting flame set. California Tilt being the kind of the traditional rake as we know it today, backing in the air, kind of nose down. Barris meets the truck, part 4. Performed exclusively for Rod and Custom by Barris Customs of Linwood, California. Again, the beautiful dream truck taking shape. Looks like we are working on the hood scoop and how that is all fabbed up. There it is, kind of in paint already. Showing off that beautiful scoop. A little cutaway drawing. Showing you how both areas are getting air. Pretty neat design. 2 Akron, Ohio Roadsters go to the national dregs at Kansas City and returns homes just a couple of champs. Akron, Ohio. Must be some hot rodding in the water there. Lots of big names come from the area. Do believe that's where the Arfons come from. So is Ohio George and a few other big names from the area. Great looking pair of A and B Roadsters. A Roadster Championship car uses Halbrand quick change and mag wheels. Engine is 335 horsepower, bored and stroked to 4-inch square for a displacement of 402 cubic inch. Camshaft used as a Howard SU steel billet assembly. Centillia Magneto sparks the fuel mixture delivered by the Hilborn injectors. Heads are by Ray Brown. And the other one, the B 397s atop the Edelbrock manifold on a 283 cubic inch Chevy mill, which propelled the B Roadster class winner. Displacement was obtained by boring 3 7/8. Howard's M2 steel cam assembly activates the valves and reworked heads. Ford exhaust valves were used because of their lightweight and lasting qualities. Another Centillia mag sparks the Lodge plugs. Jan's 10-to-1 pistons were selected when building the Stormer, as were a wheel cap flywheel, Weber safety torque clutch. Second gear starts are made using a 28-tooth gearbox with 444 rear end ratio. Cool rear shot there coming off the line. 1246 at 115 miles an hour. With the wheel combo there, pretty cool. A little push truck. At the stripe. Seattle Sizzler, an old theme, makes a new comeback. Seems inevitable that young America, faced with the awesome production of over 5 million pieces of Detroit iron per annum, wood tire of the Link sausage likeness and head off on its own trends. Oldsmobile and Cadillac were called upon to donate the top Olds and rear fenders. Cadillac top photograph discloses use of CAD dash panel, narrow to fit, and motif of upholstery carried out in orange and white. At center is revealed front seat armrest with record player, which emits sound through twin speakers, one visible below turntable. There's a record player showing off the dash. Looks like a comfy cruiser. The world's smallest V8. 3 years ago, this month, Rod and Custom unfolded the strangest story in hot rodding history. Now, 36 issues later, let's reflect back onto 1954 and see the world's smallest V8 engine still rates top billing and what changes 3 years have made to Norm Seymour's 7-inch long overhead valve bent 8, the smallest operating multi-cylinder 4-cycle engine in existence. The world's smallest V8 has been reworked considerably since Rod and Custom displayed it last. Bore of 15/16 is the same, but the stroke has been increased to 15/16, making the engine square. Displacement went from 4.8 cubic inches to 5.46 cubic inches. Lightening of crank, flywheel, and valve train helped in raising the RPMs. You see quite a few of these kind of hit the interwebs with these tiny V8s, but they were doing it back in the early 50s. Estimating 3.5 to 4 horsepower, almost 1 horse per cube. He is looking for a dyno to measure the V8's power. Those little suckers sound crazy when they're running. Norm nudges the throttle and the V8 revs up close to 10,000 RPMs. Oiling is a splash system, so the rocker arms must be lubricated every so often from a can. Kind of a real one-to-one scale building. Hopping up the Ford overhead valves. Part number 4. For all of you following along, anybody out there building one with them. Canadian Caper, they go in for customizing up north too. Canadian customizing closely follows the pattern set by U.S. enthusiasts. Stripped of chrome, devoid of external goodies, the trimless Ford mirrors planning and forethought for ultimate one-piece look. Chop top is 4 inches down. Northern rotting like restyling follows the course set in this country. Beneath hood, the 41 flathead boasts a 60 thou overbore. Port and relief job 297 sit above Edmunds manifold. Exhaust is through headers into glass pack mufflers. Doors are opened by switch. A pickup for pleasure. 1950 Ford Convertible was turned into a pickup by elimination of deck lid, rear seat, and top mechanism. Addition of inner bed and panels and the flat flooring of masonite. Interesting. Seen a few of these come about here and there. I don't think we've ever seen a soft top version. Pretty neat. Definitely looks good with the 56 Ford side trim. Radius cutouts for rear wheels and the substitution of the 56 Ford side trim mark the extent of customizing other than the pickup bed. The hauler's paint job is blinding white. Front shot, top down. Very interesting looking project. Could be neat in scale. Find you a short little soft top to put on it. Reader's Car of the Month. An impressive collection of top honor trophy iron has been taken by Roger Kilbourne's ebony-hued 55 Chevy at the many auto shows in which the car has been displayed. It has never been outclassed, earning it the possible title of the winningest hayseed custom. Sure has a good look. Very clean, slick looking. Of course, gotta love the 56 Packard tails. The Buick trim. Definitely a sharp looking 55. Done right in my opinion. Great black and white interior. Beautiful car. Directory of articles, feature cars and how to do it in available back issues of Roth and Custom. Kind of a little cheat sheet there of all the features. Essentially since new. Paying through that if you guys want an old school library of everything. See anything interesting you might want to try to track down. Let's continue over here. Get into the how to do it. Rods and Customs. If you're looking for some featured cars. I believe that's the end of them. We'll jump back. If you want to catch Aaron C, keep up to date on your comics. Looks like he's doing some fiberglass reworking. Off the sketch pad. I think they were talking about doing wedge patterns last week. Now they're doing a balanced design. A few little ads. Out of the 48, you got Wyoming and Montana. City of Sheraton is perhaps the least likely spot to go custom car hunting, but if you did happen to stop there, chances are you'd see Dick Rumley happily touring the streets in a sharp-looking 52 Plymouth Belvedere. Interesting red and white two-tone going on. Montana. Got a 51 Bel Air. Got some Packard taillights. Pontiac grill. Some nice touches there. Air suspension. Benefits. Popping up the Ford V8s. Back pressure. Can be a good read there too. With that, wraps it up. Pretty short and sweet this week. Look forward to next week as we're going to see who won in the model car contest. With that, we'll see you next time.